Ah. Oh, little black ram. Sad I can't engage it because I'm on a trial account. Would like to catch it. But yeah, people are fucking. Ugh. It's pretty goddamn fucked up. Oh, NPCs. Just need to remember what settings should be on. Need to have a look over on Palnai, see what his settings. Because I think I've done wrong here. Good, good. Now we can see what's going on down in that mine. Could have asked, said that to me before I went and did that. Well, before I came back, you know. Well, if it isn't a young priest, sorry. Well, if it isn't a young, bristling priest, no doubt drawn here by talk of my exploits in fields of battle. No time for stories now, for there are great important deeds that need doing. So if you're looking for glory, the look shines on you today. Who's in charge here? Dorels filled me in on this crazy Trog slave operation Kobolds have going. And if you don't, and if you haven't talked to her about it yet, I suggest you do. I would like to get to the bottom of this, literally. Whoever's running this show is bound to be at the bottom of this, bottom of the mine, calling the shots. I don't want them dealt with. Find whatever crafty buggers directing the geomancers and diggers, and bring me their head. Sharp sneer. Alright. The Silver Stream mine to the east ran dry long ago. It was converted by the Miners' League into a storage depot, but now the Kobolds have moved in, putting their filthy paws on good dwarven tools. We'll root out those vermin soon enough, but the League wants someone to get their gear out of the mine before we warriors tromp in there and break things. It's a tough delve. My one cohort's at your side. The gear is stored at the Miners' League in my Miners' League crates throughout the mine. Good luck.
Off with you.
I've found out what those rats are up to. There's so many of them outside because they've got trogs digging for them in the mine. The tunnel rat geomancers figured out some kind of parlor trick to control trogs as creatures of earth or some such. Fascinating, but not something we want them to let them practice. Take out those geomancers right away. Remember how dwarves were once made of stone and suddenly weren't anymore? Wonder if that geomancer trick could work on the dwarves. Maybe the same thing that made them fleshy would make, like, I know they're no longer made of stone, but maybe there's enough, like the fact that they have that. Maybe that the fact that one of their ancestors were at one stage is enough, I got a fucking magical shield up. Asshole. Associate Trog Whacker. We'll fight our way over to him, I guess. Okay, you down. So it's a good idea to start off with Mind Blast. It means we have to Mind Flay them last. We'll flay him a question. Really doesn't work quite as well as axe him. Really doesn't. Oh, tunnel teleports them to you. Also, this is actually one of the kobolds from Norrend. If I may say so. No, wrong phrase. Basically, I think that's one of the kobolds from Norrend. I think. Then again, maybe it's a cat kobold, though I don't think such a thing exists. I don't think any kobolds were introduced in Kata. grab this. Stone Splinter Worker. Mind Control. Dominated. Alright. Me no run from priest like you. Maybe you should. I have no idea why there's that weird circle under those enemies while they're alive. Ooh, sorry. Normally I don't record when I'm this tired, but I want to get a little bit of extra recording in, because I've been able to record for the last what, couple of days, 2 days I think. So I just want to make sure I get in as much as possible, much as I can. Dig ore, Rockman's dig ore now. Like, look at the trogs. They have boils and or blisters on their flesh, on their body. Can't have that on stone, unless it's some really weird stone, you know. So the trog, and you know, they're quite fleshy as well. So if it was able to work on them, maybe it'll work on the dwarves too. Considering his bit of lore that we didn't see here, that I know from elsewhere. The trogs were well, not an accident. When the titans were creating life, they made the trogs, and they were made of stone, and they kind of botched it a little. Making life on Azeroth. Then when they were making dwarves, they'd fixed it up a bit and made the earth. The dwarves didn't exist until the earth became fresh. But you get what I'm saying. So if it works on them, it might work on the dwarves. It's a good idea to prevent them from practicing it, because it could go quite poorly. They can start making it, just taking the dwarf army and making it theirs. Like, they could take Ironforge. As crazy as it sounds, it would be within their capabilities, because a Gnoll. Oh, alright. It would be within their capabilities because they could mind control the dwarves. Just stay away from the fire. Bonk. Reduce chance to dodge or parry by 20%. Oh no, whatever will I do? For bonk. Let's have a quick look over here. Sometimes you find chests in places. Depends on the expansion. It seems some expansions don't actually have chests or anything, which is kind of disappointing in all honesty. Remember, food crates got phased out. That you could be wandering along and just find a crate of food. Could be useful. Depends on, situations and all that. It was never like the good stuff you get from cooking, the cooking profession. It was only ever the stuff you buy from a vendor, which isn't too bad. Like, if you desperate need of food to help you heal up that bit quicker, I'm sure you'll take whatever you can get, as long as it's not incredibly low level. I know, healing 50 hit points over 20 seconds doesn't sound like a great thing to me when you're, on a few million. Well, not a few million, but a few, 1,000 plus, Not fun. So after the gnome, I will be doing the Draenei, then the Worgen, then the Banderan. Then I will be doing the... I'm not sure. I think I might do the... I'll be doing the Human Rogue, Night Elf, Shaman, Orc Shaman, and Forsaken Warlock sometime after that. I'm not sure what order though. Ooh, you want to say? No. Cool sword though.
Talk to me.
I don't suppose it was Moira down there. Miracles do happen. Not what you were expecting. That's a no-head. Are you trying to pull some funny business, Kurganoch? If you're not, I've not the faintest idea what's going on here. We need to take this back to Mountaineer Cadril, show it to him, and tell him the nasty critters around here might be having some kind of get-together. Do you have that miner's gear, Kurganoch? Did you see a lot of Gnolls in there? Kobolds in there. The thought of their grimy hands crawling around our mine makes my stomach rumble.
Good.
What's on your mind?
I'm sure that only worked because the trogs. I'm sure that only worked because the trogs aren't that bright to begin with. But then again, us dwarves were once creatures of the earth as well. Being bossed around by a kobold doesn't sound quite dignified. I'm glad we didn't get to find out if they could pull that off.
See you soon.
I'm actually surprised no one else ever tried. Like, you know, Twilight's Hammer and all that. You know, I'm surprised they didn't try and do that. Because, you know, they're all elemental cultists and all that.
See you soon.
Yes, these shoes are totally worth 275 gold. Oh yeah, totally. Weirdest prices on these. Sometimes I think people just toss them up for whatever price and leave it at that. Like, seriously, that is not worth 200 gold. If it sells for 200 gold, someone has way overpaid. By 200 gold. Ooh, sorry. 76 quart, 54 stone. Rough stone, 5 bits of quartz, 4 bits of tin, and 75 bits of copper. Not bad all in all. Not that I had much to do with it, beyond the caught. Well, bar the caught, I don't have much to do with the rest, beyond selling it.
No.
Did you find any news from Algas Station? Gnolls and Kobolds and Trogs? Oh my. I'd laugh if I didn't have another twist in the story for you. So we've got Trogs working for Kobolds and Kobolds working for Gnolls. The Gnolls must have moved in from the wetlands. How do I know? Well, they brought friends. And what's left of the loch is forming with Gnolls and Murlocs that were never there before. Pests are pests, but this coordination is worrying. I need to talk to Canary Casket Shot. She's one of the best hunters in these parts, and she'll know how to handle Murlocs if you can pull her away from her mug long enough.
See you soon.
What do you say?
Hello.
I cannot help you with training. You should look for a priest trainer.
See you soon.
True enough.
Great to meet you.
Murlocs? Sure, I've hunted Murlocs. And every single stinking one of them deserved what they got. You hear me? Murlocs working with Gnolls. That's a laugh. Now just killing them won't get you anywhere. Too many of the buggers. But I've got a plan. Using the old noggin, see. Those Murlocs, they have this smell. They get that smell and stuff. When Murloc smells it, they go all crazy. Makes great bait for them. Anyway, they've got glands that have that smell in them. You go and get me a bunch of those.
Watch your back.
What a crock. Now, while you're running around doing whatever the heck it is that you do, would you mind helping me out a bit? See, I usually go out hunting crocodiles down in the loch, but given certain circumstances, I'd rather sit right here. I'd rather sit here right now. Mighty polite of you not to give me grief over it. Thanks. So seeing as how you're such a gentleman, why don't you bring me back some crocodile jaws, and I'll give you some mostly clean money in return.
Safe travels.
Once I can, I'll start trying to auction this stuff off. It'll get me a little bit of cash. The stone, not really, but the copper ore, and the tin ore for that matter, will get me a little bit. someone over here has a quest. You do.
Great to meet you.
When the storm, when the stone wrought dam burst, it drained the entire loch. Horrible ecological devastation. And don't you go thinking it didn't really affect us dwarves. Not only are we plumb out of fish, there are acres of dead treasure out there left to rot in the sun. The buzzards are after them, and they're spreading all manner of filth and disease right on the outskirts of town. I can't ask you to clean it all up, but could you deal with the buzzards? Killing even a few, just a few, will help.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Okay, I'll swing by, kill him, and do the other few quests. I might just deal with the coalition, the Murlocs, Gnolls, and Kobolds have. Then I think I might call quits for this character for now. I will be coming back to Kurganoch at a later stage to start leveling a priest up towards, well, level 100 and then level 110. Sorry, I heard some background noise that sounded really weird. But anyway, bunch off all the artifacts and the class order hall and quests and whatnot for the class order hall, you know? And I have to, you know. Who are you? Dark Iron Courier. Curious, did he say anything? But I can't do what was I gonna say? Don't remember. Or you just walk around? You don't even go into the cave? Bloody hell. I don't remember what I was going to say now. But yeah, I want to like level them all up to class order hall. So yeah, Kurganoch will be getting that treatment at some stage. When? I have no idea. But it won't be for a bit. Ooh. Dark Iron Treasure Chest. Managed to find me, eh? No matter, you won't live to tell anyone of it. He's only level 12, and I'm 16. Christ, I'll level him by 4. Didn't think it was that much, you know. The document bears the Explorers League crest and contains extensive information on the indigenous creatures of Loch Modan. So these modules lead you to believe it was likely stolen by the Dark Iron spies in the area. You recall mention of missing documents at the Explorers League building in Telsamar. Nice. Wait, did I really get XP for opening the chest? Not gonna complain. Detailed herein are all the locations used to secret information within Loch Modan while waiting pickup. Should you manage to obtain any documents from the Explorers League or their allies, place them in one of those locations, and one of our messengers will pick up the package within the week for delivery to our base of operations. Once you have memorized the locations within this book, burn it so that it cannot be obtained by our enemies. Should you suspect for any reason that our enemies might be suspicious of your activities, burn the book immediately. By no means should this ever fall into the enemy's hands, lest our routes of communication be compromised. 4. Ragnar's. Location 1. Western Loch Dock. Northeast of Telsamar, there's a small dwelling and dock that can be utilized by dwarves on occasion during fishing season. Store the package in a watertight container on the dock, out of sight. Drop-offs and pickups from this location should only occur at night, as to reduce risk of being witnessed by fishermen in the area. This drop-off point will receive reduced priority during fishing season for obvious reasons. Location 2. Grizzlepaw Den. South of Telsamar there is a large hill. On the south side of the hill, there is a little path leading to the cave at the top. Store packages behind the rocks in the back of the cave. Please refrain from continued use of this cave as a shelter or hideout. Utilize the cave for such compromises the security of our packages and our messenger routes. Chandra's Lair.